Yes, hello. This audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. So in the last class, we had started with addition and subtraction of when you have when you have to differentiate any polynomial equation. So we had started with addition and subtraction. We had seen the general case. When you have different polynomial functions which are linked together using different operations. Different operations include your addition, your subtraction. So what do? You individually first differentiate them the way you have to differentiate it, and then you put the operation as per whatever is the demand. So that's how we had seen this equation: x cube plus x square minus x minus 2. This was the equation. Now see, how do questions come in your exam, or how do we utilize this differentiation? So for example, if equation of position is given to you, let's say x is equal to 3t square plus 2t plus 1. This is an equation of position that is given to you. You have to calculate velocity at t is equal to 1 second. All right, this is the equation of position given, and you have to calculate velocity. So velocity's formula is dx over dt. It means you have to differentiate this equation. So when you differentiate it, this is now a function of addition because all these are getting added. So how will you solve it? This will be differentiating 3t square plus 2t plus dt. Now, differentiating this, 3t square becomes what? 3 comes out, t square, 2 comes out because it is in the power. So this will be 2t. 2 minus 1, that gives you 1 only. So 3 multiplied by 2t. Now you add this plus sign because addition is given to you. And now you know how to differentiate 2t. 2 comes out again, and t, dt over dt, that is 1. So you have 2 here. And we are differentiating 1. Differentiating constant gives you 0. This is 0. So your equation is what? 6t plus 2. Now, what was the question? Question asked you to calculate the velocity at t is equal to 1 second. Means exactly at t is equal to 1 second, you have to find out the velocity. So t is equal to 1 second, put it in the equation which you have. V will be equal to what? 6 multiplied by 1 plus 2. That gives you 6 plus 2 only, which is 8 meter per second. That's how we'll be utilizing it throughout. All right, so note down this example. So now you, after writing this portion, you people try this yourself. Differentiated velocities formula is this. Differentiating dx over dt. Utilize this formula. See what's your answer you people are getting. Whatever answer you're getting, submit it in the chat box. Then we'll discuss it. Yes, did you try? Any answers you people are getting? Era Varnav. Era Marnav.
Ma'am, I'm still solving.
Still solving. Let's discuss it now. All right, you can check me, right? And if you get your answer, then send me in the chat box. We can discuss it easily. Now see, v is equal to what? V is equal to dx over dt. Means we have to differentiate each of these terms. Means we have to first differentiate this term. Let's make it t to the power minus 2. Then this will become what? 3 t to the power minus 1 and this becomes 1 by 3 t to the power minus 3. You are differentiating this. We are differentiating each of these terms. So first differentiating 4t to the power minus 2. See, 4 will come out already. Why? Because it's a constant term. So that's why it will come out. T to the power minus 2. Minus 2 comes. T to the power minus 2 minus 1. This is what is left. Minus. Now we are differentiating this. Arnav, can you try? What did you write here on differentiating it? This term. Just try, Arnav.
Ma'am, it will be 3. That's it.
Only 3.
Yes, ma'am.
Minus 1 won't come out. Minus 1 is the power. No, it's the power. N, x to the power n. So t to the power n, that will come out. So this becomes what? This will be minus 1 will get multiplied and t will be left with what? Minus 1, minus 1. How do we write it? X to the power n. Then we write n x to the power n minus 1. That's how we write it, no? So t to the, it's like t to the power minus 1 x to the power n. So nx to the power n minus 1 we write. Here your n is minus 1, so it becomes minus 1 t to the power minus 1 minus 1. Is this clear how I have written this?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. Aram, you try this last part, minus. How should I write this?
Minus 1 by 3.
Minus 1, yes, minus 1 by 3.
Bracket minus 3.
Minus 3 multiplied by minus 3, then
T raised to minus 3 minus 1.
minus 3 minus 1. Correct, perfect. That's how we write. So this becomes minus a to the power t to the power minus 3. This becomes minus minus. Okay, this becomes actually plus t to the, because minus 3 is getting multiplied by minus 1. So this is 3 t to the power minus 2. Here this 3 gets cancelled. Minus minus becomes plus. This becomes plus t to the power minus 4. This is what are we left with. And we know the value of t. T is given to us as t is equal to 2 seconds. So let's put it in the denominator back. Now we have solved it. Minus 8 by t cube plus 3 by t square plus 1 by t to the power 4. Now we have the value of v. We have the equation of v. We just have to put in the value of time. So time is what? Time is given to us 2 seconds. Let's put it. This becomes minus 8 to the power 2 cube plus 3 by 2 square plus 1 by 2 to the power 4. I've just put in t is equal to 2 at every place. So 2 to the power cube is actually 8 itself. This becomes 8. This is minus 8 by 8 plus 3 by 4 plus 1 by 16. So this gets cancelled. Or let's not cancel it, because LCM can be taken easily. No? 8, 4, 16, these are there. So 16 can be taken as the LCM. Let's not cut it. Our calculation will become easier then. 16 is the LCM. So here it will be minus 16 plus 12 plus 1. So velocity comes out to be minus 3 by 16 meter per second. That's how we solve questions based on addition and subtraction. You just have to differentiate the way you have been differentiating them. It's just that at the end, all these addition or operation, all these operations, subtraction, addition, these get utilized that way. All right, so note it down. If you have any doubts, ask me. Then this is all about addition and subtraction. Now we'll move on to product rule. If you have two functions which are getting multiplied, means product of two functions. So that means first note it down. So you people have done that. Let's start with the product rule. Now, addition, subtraction, that is clear how to do addition, subtraction. Now you have few rules. If you are given function is getting multiplied by a function, then how to solve it? Then you have quotient rule. The way you have product rule, you have quotient rule as well. Quotient rule deals with two functions getting divided. If two functions get multiplied, then you use product rule. If two functions get divided, then you have to use quotient rule. That we'll see. And one, you have chain rule. Otherwise, then your differentiations, properties, and rules are clear. But it's you who has to identify which rule has to be applied. So product rule can be identified if you see two functions given. Two functions given, then how to differentiate it? Let's say dy over dx. You have to differentiate this dy over dx, and two functions are getting multiplied this time. That day, what did we study? We studied that a constant getting multiplied by a function, so constant comes out. But this time two functions are given to you. So if two functions are given to you, how to solve them? So the method is that keep the first function as it is. Don't disturb the first function, and differentiate the second function the way you have been performing differentiation. Differentiate the second one. Then put a plus sign, means add it. Now keep the second function as it is. Don't disturb the second function. And now differentiate the function which was kept constant earlier, like this. I'll give you an example. Let's take an example. Y is equal to x square sine x. X square is also a function we know. This is one function. We have seen x square, we have differentiated x square, we have seen how to perform differentiation on x square. And in the starting only, or no, in the last class, I have told you trigonometric functions, where we had seen different functions. So if sine x was given to you, I had told you that how do we differentiate sine x? So the way you have sine x right now, this becomes your another function. So this is a case of function getting multiplied by a function. This is the case where we use product rule. So what did I tell you? Keep the first function as it is. Let's say x square is kept as it is, and differentiate the second function. Second function is sine x. Differentiate this. Put a positive sign. Now keep the second function as it is. Keep this as it is, and now differentiate the function which wasn't differentiated earlier. So differentiate dx square divided by dx. Now y is equal to x square is acting as a constant right now, so we are not disturbing it. Sine x, I have told you, differentiating sine x gives you cos x. Cos x. So sine x differential gave us cos x plus. Now sine x is kept as it is. Now we are differentiating x square. So how do we differentiate x square? It's like x to the power n, nx to the power n minus 1. So x square, n is here, n is your 2. So 2x to the power 2 minus 1. So that is 2x. 2x to the power 2 minus 1. If you've forgotten x square, this is how we write nx to the power n minus 1. This becomes 2x to the power 2 minus 1. That is 2x. So what's the final answer? Final answer is x square cos x plus sine 2x sine x. This is your answer. That's how you perform your product. One more example I'll give. Let's say x is equal to t square e to the power t. So here your previous rules which we have studied in the last class will also get revised. Are you people revising it? Era Marna?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is t square is your one function. E to the power t. I have told you exponents have different rule. Exponents cannot get mixed up with your normal polynomial function. So x square, t square is one rule. E to the power t, this is your one more function. G x. So this is your another function. Now, two functions are there. Two functions are getting multiplied. So you will use your product rule. Product rule says what? Keep the first term as it is. Means if we are differentiating it, dx over dt. Let's say we have to calculate velocity. You are asked to calculate velocity. So how will you calculate velocity? Velocity is given by dx over dt. It means we have to find out basically we have to differentiate it. Keep the first function as it is. T square is kept as it is. Now you have to differentiate exponent divided by dt. Plus, now keep the second function as it is, do not disturb it, e to the power t, and now differentiate the second function, t square by t. So let's solve it. T square. Yes, how do we differentiate exponents? E to the power t, on differentiating, what will we write it?
E to the power t.
Exactly, it will be written as e to the power t. Yes, right. So we'll write it still as e to the power t because exponents on differentiating, they give us the number back. Plus e to the power t is a constant here. T square, we know that will act as 2t. Now t square, x cube, x to the power 3 means t to the power 3. These small things you should be able to hurry up and do it quickly orally also, because this does not involve much of calculations. Now, what's the final answer we are getting? This is the final answer that we are getting. This is only the final answer that we try. All right. Now, before talking about quotient rule, because quotient rule has a different formula and logic for solving. You people please note down this product rule first. Written the above portion, product rule.
Yes, ma'am.
Now in quotient rule, you have two functions which are getting divided. The way in product rule, both the functions were getting multiplied. Now you have both the functions, they are getting divided. Now in case of division, you have a numerator and you have a denominator. So this should be fixed. This remains the fixed because you cannot interchange the numerator and denominators. Because the rule, I'll show you. Numerator, this is the denominator. So rule says when you differentiate it dy over dx, keep the denominator as it is first, differentiate the function, other function, add a negative sign. Now differentiate, now keep the second function, means the numerator as it is. Second function, first function, how do you decide in case of quotient rule? By numerator and denominator, that remains fixed. In case of the previous one, the product rule, there you have both the products, you can change the order, answer you'll get the same. Now in case of quotient rule, you have the numerator fixed and denominator fixed. So first keep the denominator as it is, differentiate the numerator. Then keep the numerator as it is with a negative sign. In product rule, we used to add a positive sign. Now you have to add a negative sign and differentiate the denominator as it is. Now, here it doesn't end in case of quotient rule. The thing is that you have to write the square, you have to divide it. You have to divide it and write the square of the function given. This everything gets divided by the square of the denominator. Whatever is the denominator function given to you, just square it. This is how to perform quotient rule. This won't get clear directly. Let's solve it with the help of an example. Let's take x is equal to t square divided by sine t. Now you can see this is one function, this is another function, and this is the numerator and this is the denominator. So both these are getting divided. So this we have to apply the quotient rule. As per the rule says, see, first we have to keep the denominator fixed and differentiate the first one. So dx over dt, this will be, keeping denominator fixed means sine t, differentiating t square means the numerator. So you have to differentiate the numerator. Minus, now keep the numerator fixed as it is, t square, and differentiate the denominator given. This whole thing gets divided by what? Square of your denominator. So sine t is given, so it will be whole square of. That's how we have put in everything in the formula. Now solve it. Now you people know how to solve each of the values. Dx over dt will be what? Sine t is kept as it is. Differential of t square. Yes, Aram, what? How do we differentiate t square? What will be the answer?
2t.
2t. Perfect. So this, you should be this much quick. Yes, all of you should be this much quick by t square, x cube, these such small values. So this is 2t minus. This is t square. Yes, Arnav, what is the differential of sine t?
Cos t.
Cos. It is cos t. But remember, if you people had cos t instead of sine t, then you would have written minus. A negative sign comes. But in case of cos sine t, it is cos t. This is cos t. This whole is getting divided by sine squared. So how do we write the final answer? This is the final answer only. Dx over dt. This is given by 2t sine t. I'm just shifting it, rearranging it. This is the answer, complete answer. Sine t minus t square cos t divided by sine square t. That's how you use your quotient rule. All right, so note down this as well. If you're having any doubts, just ask me. Any portion you're not able to understand, See, chain rule is the last rule which you have to study, and then your differentiating rules that will be over by then. Regarding chain rule, you have to understand when to use chain rule. So, product rule you have studied, you studied quotient rule. In case of chain rule, what you have to see, like if you have functions of functions. For example, let me give you an example. If I say y is equal to sine x, you know y is equal to sine x. If I differentiate sine x, then that will give me cos x. Thus, that is simple. But if I say y is equal to x square, then also you will say you can differentiate x square and you can get 2y. But if you get y is equal to sine x square, then you have to apply chain rule. Here, sine x square, this whole sine x square, this is a function of x square. It's a function of x square, and x square is a function of x. This is the chain. Sine square is the function of sine x square is the function of x square. Then x square is the function of x. So this is the whole chain that we are talking about. So this chain we have to solve it. So solving portion is easy. This is not that tough. After you studied quotient rule, this is not a big formula. It's just that when you differentiate dy over dx, first differentiate this first function which you have identified. For example, I have identified sine x square and then I have identified x square. These two functions I have identified. So it means I will differentiate them and take the product of them. So first I'll differentiate what? Sine x square over dx, then multiply and differentiate the second one, dx. And last one is dx, so no need to differentiate it because that will obviously be 1 dx divided by dx, that will give you 1 only. So you are differentiating what? Sine x square multiplied by dx square. Now this you have to solve. Sine x square will be cos x square, and x square, this is 2x. So your answer becomes what? Dy over dx is given as 2x cos x. Just note it down. See, this is also a function of function. T square plus t, you know how to differentiate it alone. And sine t also, you know how to differentiate it. So this is given as a function of a function. So here also we'll apply chain rule. So see, now the rules are clear to you. First, what you have to do? First, you have to identify sine t square plus t means this is the angle, no? Sine t, sine x, however we write it. This is a function. This whole is a function of this t square plus t. And t square plus t, you know how to differentiate it? How do we differentiate it? This is a function of t. So if when you differentiate it, this is dx over dt. So now you have, what did I tell you? First, you had to identify all those. Let's say this you have identified first, and the other one is this. You have to differentiate them and take the product of them. So first differentiate sine t square plus t, multiply it, and then differentiate t square plus t only. So you people know how to solve sine x was what? Sine x was cos x. So sine, instead of x, you have this whole term. So this will be cos, and instead of x, you have t square plus t multiplied by dt square. See, t square is 2t and t differentiation is what? Dt over dt. That gives 1. And t square is what? 2t. So this becomes 2t plus 1. So this is 2t plus 1. This is your final answer. So this can be written as how? 2t plus 1 cos t square plus t. This is how we write it. I am giving you one more example that you people will try yourself. Sine t whole square. So start with this. First note down this example and then find the answer of whichever example I have given to you. If it is sine t whole square, no, then write it as sine square t. First note it down. I had given you few questions of differentiation, simple questions in your assignment in the last class. Did you people receive the assignment and try it?
Ma'am, I got no assignments.
You received no assignment, Arnab? No assignment on differentiation?
No assignments at all.
Okay, and what about you, Aram?
No, ma'am, I didn't.
You didn't receive. All right. Yes, Aram, did you get the answer?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the answer that you're getting?
Cos t square into 2t.
Cos t square into 2t. Okay. Cos square shouldn't come. I'll show you. I'll show you. Let's discuss it then. This is what this is dx over dt, right? So firstly, before that, we have to identify functions of functions. So sines, this can be written as x equals to sine square t. All right. Now this whole thing, sine t whole square, this is a function of sine t first. Understood? Because sine t is getting multiplied by sine t. It means sine t is getting multiplied by sine t. That shows sine t is first a function of sine t. Sine t square is function of sine t. Now, sine t is a function of t. Did you understand how? See, how do we know sine t? But here it is sine t multiplied by sine t. So this becomes, you are taking first sine t square is the function of sine t, and sine t we know it's a function of t. So here what you have? Here you have these two. You have sine t square as the first function and sine t as the second function. You have to differentiate these. So dx over dt will be what? Firstly, differentiating sine t whole square over dt multiplied by differentiating sine t. Now 2, obviously this is acting as n, x to the power n. So this comes out, and what are you left with? Sine t to the power 2 minus 1. That's how we differentiate. X to the power n is written how? N x to the power n minus 1. So this is 2 sine t to the power 2 minus 1. And differentiating sine t gives you cos t. So your final answer is 2 sine t cos t. Now, one more thing. This is an identity. If you have 2 sine theta multiplied by cos theta, then it is also written as 2 sine, not 2 sine theta, sine 2 theta. This is one identity, trigonometric identity, which is utilized in many numericals. So it's better if you remember this identity right now only. 2 sine theta cos theta, this is also written as sine 2 theta. So this can also be written as sine 2t. Clear, Aram? Is this clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So if you have any doubts, just ask me. Note it down. We'll do one more question on it. Try this one, Aram, after you have written this example. And send me your answer. Tell me whatever you're getting is. So this is a function of what? And then you have to identify whatever is it the function of whichever. Function of function you have to identify first. Yes, any answers, Aram?
No, ma'am.
Yes, Aram?
No, ma'am.
Okay, see, this whole t 2t cube plus 2t to the power whole 6. This is a function of this number. This is a function of 2t cube plus 2t, because you've already solved 2t cube plus 2t. You know how to solve it. So 2t cube plus 2t, this is your one function. And again, apart from this 2t cube plus 2t, this is a function of t. So you have to differentiate which numbers? You have to differentiate first this, and then you have to differentiate this and take the product of it. First, tell me, is it clear till here?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now you have to differentiate dx over dt we are taking. So this will be t to the 2t to the power cube plus 2t whole 6 over dt multiplied by differentiation of 2t cube plus 2t. Now, again, if you have the power 6, if you have the power as 6, then what do we do? X to the power n becomes what? N comes out. So this is 6. And then what is left? T 2t cube plus 2t to the power 6 minus 1. So this gets multiplied. And you know how to solve 2t cube plus 2t. This is written as how? 3 gets multiplied by 2. That is 6t and 3 minus 2. 3 minus 1. Plus 2t to the power 1 minus 1. This is what? 6 2t cube plus 2t to the power, not 5, 1. Here you have 1. This is 6 minus 1. So this becomes 6. 2t cube plus 2t. And now what will be the power? 6 minus 1. So 6 minus 1, that is 5. So this is this term. Multiplied by what? 6t 3 minus 1. That is 6t square. Plus 2t minus t to the power 1 minus 1 is what? 1. T to the power 0, which is written as 1. So this is your answer. Now understood? Yes, Aram?
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
All right. Okay, noted down.